Marina says, doesn't this indicate how very important it is for us to learn to be comfortable with such conversations, which is very, very true, just so that we can manage a person trying the passive-aggressive approach, going back to what we were saying earlier on about female practitioners particularly being threatened. Clearly, if we know how to manage that conversation, it would cease to be one. Yes?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's just, I think if we're comfortable in our own skin with it, and we know where we stand and we're comfortable, if we can have a conversation with people around us, then I think we've got that inner confidence to manage that situation. Yes. It's when we don't feel confident about it, and then suddenly we're in a situation that we don't know how to handle, we're not sure what to do. And I think because of the life I've led, I can manage that space. Because I'm confident in who I am, I'm confident in having these types of conversations. So therefore, when I'm as a practitioner, I can stand in my power, and that's where the boundary, and that's what results in the boundaries not being crossed, because I am confident. I think when we're hiding and we're not confident in who we are as sexual human beings, we almost create that energy, and that they can feel we're uncomfortable, so then they're going to say something else because it was funny, because it made they could see you as uncomfortable, and then you just end up, it escalates. But I think if you can be comfortable enough to almost make a joke of it or cut the conversation off, then...
And a lot of what we do here at the Academy, we have quite a lot of shows every month, so we're offering lots and lots of CPD, and the aim has always been to make sure that you've got something in the back of your mind for whatever might come through the clinic door. And I think many people are taken aback when somebody talks about sex, because we don't talk about that, do we? And I know I've been caught out a couple of times myself when somebody's raised the topic, and I felt very embarrassed. And I think I'm reasonably confident in most aspects of my life, but when somebody suddenly opens a conversation like that, I don't know how to respond, because it's not a conversation that we often have. So preparing people for the possibility is a helpful thing to do. Murph here says, this is not a chiropractic remit. I think he means they're talking about sex. That said, he's signposted various people to GPs when patients want to share their grief, would be his description of their sharing over loss of intimacy, dysfunction, relationships, and so on. Post-chemo, post-chronic illness episodes, and of course male and female perimenopausal issues. He's based in Dorset. There are NHS therapists that GPs can refer to. Important to set my boundaries, he says, and his remit, while not necessarily engaging or being judgmental. And I hope that's what we've been trying to emphasise all evening. We're not trying to turn everyone watching this show into a sex therapist or a tantric practitioner, tantric yoga practitioner, or anything like that. What we're trying to do is have that discussion about what we can do when it becomes apparent that there's a need for some sort of help.